I'm calm down.
Excuse that. Well, hey man. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. We back. What is up? What is up out there? How y'all doing, man? If you're new, my name is Elizjah, and this is Christian, and this is Victor right here. We back with another episode of the podcast, man. This is episode 6. You know, we were just coming off of an extended break. We had our fun. We did a Christmas project for you guys. We did our best to give you guys some treats, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed that. And we are hoping that you continue along the journey with us as we do some new things and we try some different experiments, giving you some new content, man. And you know, I know just recently, as of, you know, thinking the new year, you know, new year, new me. That's the whole you know, mantra people say to themselves to, you know, try to enact change. And I'm with that, man. But looking at 2021 as a year, and even if we didn't get to discuss that on the last one, I just kind of wanted to see what you guys' opinions were as to like the year in review and how it was for you guys. I know I got some some little stuff, but you know what I mean. I'll just pass it off to y'all. We can say how it went personally, to go around, give them some insight and know who we are, and you know, I'll let you take it over, man.
Well, keep it short and sweet. I'll say 2021 was. Beginning was a bad year. I met someone, then it was a good year. But yeah, due to this project, I had fun, and this gave me, what is it called? You know, have you ever been?
Talk to us, man.
I can't think, bro. I can't think. Okay. When you're stuck at home and you have nothing to do, and then like you're just sad and you have nothing to do. Yeah, this is it. So I'm just glad for this project. It gave my mind to think off of things, or take my mind off of things, meeting new people. Your 2 cousins. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This fool's my cousin.
What?
Well, anyways, what you talking about, Vic?
Well, I went through a weight loss journey, and it.
What you talking about, Vic? Go ahead, bro.
I said I went through a weight loss journey. You know, I started in August of 2020. Not finished, but still, you know, I'm gonna keep my life still fit journey. You know.
What was that like? Like the process of making a change and being like, yo, I wanna, you know, do this thing and I'm gonna be committed to it. What's that process like for you?
What really took it was me not being able to run, not be able to do what the average person could do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even gotta be entirely fit, but if you're still like 150, 160, 170, you could still run a mile. I mean, I couldn't even run. Like, I was 220 pounds, unhappy. I'm also trans, so I was not on hormones yet. So I think that's what's neat about, you know, me, or I guess unique, is that I went through 2 journeys. So not only weight loss, but hormonal wise, like I'm on testosterone. So yeah, as of October 2020. So yeah, man, I'm just hustling. I'm just grateful that it was difficult, but it brought lessons. It brought growth. It brought like just, you know, good stuff. I'm just glad that I went through 2021, and now I'm here today with a lot more ambition.
Yes, sir. I know. Like it's a like a common thing, like to say, like, you know, you look good, you feel good, and like to a degree, that hits, man.
Bro, I'm sexy.
That's facts. That confidence thing.
Yeah.
It's like, not only for anybody else,
yeah,
but it's for yourself, because you know what I mean. It affects your daily activities, just within work or whatever. You know, Are you confident to defend yourself? Blah blah blah. That's confidence. Period. If you love yourself or not.
Right. I was born hot.
Yeah, and it goes deeper than the clothes you put on, yo. It look good, feel good, man.
Yeah, you want to be okay up here.
Right.
Because if this up here don't work,
down there don't work.
But leave it to this dude to take it there, man. Hey, I'm not even hating, bro. I'm not mad. I'm usually the type of dude to take it there, but you know.
So how was your day, guys?
So 2021, I know, like, for sure, you know what I mean. Even when I mention, if I even utter the word 2020. 2020, everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows what went down. 2021, the first half might have came out slow, or we were putting all our expectations for the year to be better. I'm thinking that's sort of the energy that this year took on, with like, you know, just trying to do everything to forget what recently happened and trying to do better. Just a lot of political things happen. We don't got to get into all that, but I would say, like, and this was a point I was, you know, bringing up earlier, and I want to, like, you know, kind of bring light to, is like what people look at in the world. They kind of adopt those world problems as their own, rather than, like, you know, taking the year for, you know, the experiences they had, rather than for what they looked at. And I would say, you know, 2021, you know, it wasn't too crazy. Like I know spring semester, I was enrolled in school still. I could tell y'all, man, as a student, bro, just how I freaking did as a student, bro. At halfway, I was like, forget this, bro.
Oh yeah,
like
you dropped out of all the classes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For one class.
Wait, weren't you in two?
No, I got kicked out of.
Oh yeah, okay.
I got kicked out of jazz band, but to a certain degree, bro.
How did you get kicked out?
At Grossmont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was busy like.
Oh, I
working and
remember.
stuff.
I remember Derek. Yeah, talked to you. I remember that day. Yeah.
Yeah. But don't ever take chemistry or physics with something else. Don't ever do that with music theory. Any type of music, don't ever do that. That's too difficult.
Music theory has to be science. It has to be a part of science.
It is, man. And anybody out there that's talking about music theory, bro, do all the research that you can. Anything you can do inside your own knowledge, do that so that you are fine. Like,
God.
No matter what, it's always gonna be something that confuse you. Don't never stop until you know what you're doing.
It'll click, because
Because I'll say right now, 1 out of 3 people know what negative harmony is. Yeah.
It's those frequencies that are made with, you know, no, it's just unintentional frequencies, right?
Negative harmony.
Oh, those are hidden fifths. Never mind.
Yeah, that's hidden fifths. Negative harmony is a different thing.
Right.
As there's positive, there's always negatives.
The opposite of quartz.
Okay. But that whole, just how that whole spring semester went, I just had to readjust my plan. And, you know, second half, I had started a new thing. I started this job, and it's worked out for me in the ways that, you know, a job is supposed to help support you, man. It's an income stream. Like, you do what you will with the money. You know, some certain things, obligations I had to fulfill. So I learned what, you know, responsibility was like. I had to, you know, pay bills, and that's a real thing going into, you know, adulthood and growing up and getting older. But second half, I got to be inspired, man. I got to, you know, live out the idea of the Christmas project and giving y'all, you know what I mean, stuff to do. Y'all wanted to work with me, and I appreciate y'all for that, for sure. Like, the getting that whole thing together and making it work was a completely different experience. I got to experience what it was like to take action along the way, making the best possible decisions, like on the spot, trying to, you know, make this work. And I'm definitely gonna take that with me for, you know, future endeavors, knowing that type of work ethic that you need to have. And along the way, I also got to know, you know, certain things that you did to keep you inspired and to get better as a musician, like the work and the dedication that it takes, getting to learn, like, you know, that's also a very humbling experience, because I don't freaking practice that long. Like, I don't do all that, but you did it.
Better
so
practice.
We got to ask you questions about what it was like to practice, to try to live through what you did already. Be like, man, you practiced 8 hours. All right, what was it like?
You know, I'll say if you don't have motivation, or if you have someone with like emotional damage or whatever that thing is.
About that one.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
That meme. Okay. So I think that's the meme. Yeah. use that anger, use that jealousy, use that happiness, use that sadness in your own instruments, and then you become better.
Would you say that you kind of did that?
Yeah. I've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ever since ever since you get a instrument and you get attached to the instrument, you'll play the crap out of it, even if you're mad, sad, happy. And plus, I'd say music is a form of showing your emotions, just like blues, like how we had in the fields with slaves. Yeah.
That's real too, but like the that how it was a manifestation of, you know, the human condition, and which is why like the blues is such a universal language. So yeah, most absolutely putting the emotion that you have into the music. I like that.
Yep.
I'll definitely like consider that and try that, because you know I to a certain extent I would like to say like I try to feel the music, but it's so hard like with theory, bro. Like, you know, trying to look at the written justification for what sounds good, it's always the most difficult thing, bro. But
You think I use theory when I play?
no, I'm thinking that sometimes it's difficult to make that connection. I'm saying like for myself, cause yeah, cause I'm looking at like what you guys do. I'm like, bro, you guys sound good. You guys make cohesive phrases, and you're able to like put yourself in boundaries, and because of that practice that you do, like you're able to just thrive in so many scenarios, and that's kind of what I'm considering. And you're saying like throughout that time you're feeling.
It's all through what is it called? I can't think.
That's all good.
Man, you know I can cut this off. But it's all about trial and error. That's all. It's all about. Because if you're practicing and you sound perfect, you sound like, okay, I can play all my scales perfectly and all that, you're not practicing, you're just reviewing. And like Gilbert Castellanos once told me and told everyone, when you practice, you gotta sound your worst. Or when you practice, you gotta at least sound bad or decent. Because if you're practicing stuff that you already know that sounds perfect and all that, you're not practicing at all. And there was this one time he told me that his neighbor, he was having a party, his neighbor came and he's like, oh, I heard you play the trumpet, and like, oh, you're gonna get better. But he didn't know who Gilbert was. He didn't know Gilbert Castellanos is one of the best trumpet players here in San Diego.
Oh, so he heard him sounding bad.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, man, you're gonna get better. Like,
Yeah.
that's what he was saying?
Yeah.
Oh, man. If only he knew. Hey, that was his neighbor. He probably did know. Maybe he, like, invited him over. Or
Yeah,
her.
he invited him over and they talked, and yeah. But that was one of his story times with me, or with the class. If you practice and it sounds good, you're not practicing. It's all about trial and error. Because you know how many times I messed up while playing guitar? Just to learn a lick many times. Or to learn modes or whatever they have right now. But yeah. You should learn GMC.
That's why I'm not trying to be so hard on myself. Like with music production, like I've been kind of hard on myself. Like, shit, you know, this is just not, my mixes aren't coming out right. But I need to be going through this, because if I don't go through this now, then I'm not gonna learn from it and be better later. So.
Yeah, like that's your 1,000 jump shots. Like in basketball, they'll say whatever you want to be good at, do it a lot.
Yeah.
Or practice being successful enough times. Like that's what, like it's not enough to say that you shot 1,000 times. It's enough to say that you made 1,000. Like getting it right. Like practicing until like nothing is left on the table and you know what went wrong each time. Like you know, I understand that. Like being methodical with the practice and also being intentional. Like, you know, you're looking at something and that's the goal. You're working toward the goal. I understand that.
You know what I suggest to you? Do a camp. A whatever camp they have. Because one of the things that I did in my jazz journey, the UCSD jazz camp, I was there the last year they did it. And it was the year that they gave pretty much like 90% of the students scholarships.
Yeah.
And they lost funds, and now they are not doing UCSD jazz band. Once I did a college camp and saw like the real life or experience of a musician, they gave me a stack of this much of music to learn in a week and then perform it at the end. So
Yeah, that's kind of how STSMI was with James Bavuldo.
yeah,
You
should
can make
do that.
those, but also like you can make that provision for yourself. You can give yourself a set of material and be like, I'm gonna learn this in this amount of time, no negotiations. I'm gonna put myself in a room, and by the end of it, I'm gonna be able to play all this.
But the difference is between you guys, you look at it as a, you know, like not hobby, but like something you need to do. I looked at it as something fun. AF. I loved the stack, the adrenaline of everything. Like, oh my god, I have. It started me, bro.
We're chewing my gun too, like,
We're in the hood right now, if you didn't know.
bruh.
No, we are not in no hood, bro. It's a school right next to us. This is a very moderately safe area. But yes, y'all, we are back, and we are, going to be dropping content on a frequent basis. Obviously not quite every day, as that standard is, it's hard to do. Still be looking out for us and still be, checking out what we have going on, because it will be something each and every time that we post. I want to thank you guys for taking a look at us, watching us all the way through. It's been Elijah.
It's been Christian Rodriguez.
Victor Izquierdo, aka Vic Productions.
Nice. And yeah, his links will be there. All of our links will be there. That'll be all for tonight. Thank you. That is a wrap. We're going to fade to black. Whew.